Live Retro Lion. Thanks for listening. Welcome back to Retro Podcast. I am the host, Ben Cena, also known as the Retro Lion. And today we have actress, you may recognize her from St. Pierre, Mistletoe Time Machine, and Saying Yes to Christmas. Please welcome Erika Prevost.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So how have you been?
Good, good. I've been really good.
And it's funny because I forgot to mention when we spoke over email, and I was asking about because when I was looking through your resume and it said that you were part of Scream 6, I swear I was not comparing you to the character who I thought I was. I know who that is, but there was a scene in Scream 6 where it's Mason Gooding and Jack Champion. They're checking out this one girl. And I was watching the movie the other day and I was like, hold on a sec. Is that Erica?
Yeah,
So that was you.
that was me. That was me. Yeah. It was just like a quick little cameo, but that was me. Yeah. I've gotten so many messages of people being like, "That was that you on it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was me."
And I'm just curious, were you supposed to be like Harry Potter or something, or just some random character?
Yes, yeah, because the party, I think, if I remember, it was like a Halloween setting, so we all had costumes, and I was dressed as Harry Potter.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Like, it was excellent. But I mean, it's still big. I mean, even though it's just for one scene, it's still big because you got to be part of one of the craziest franchises that exists, like the craziest horror
yeah.
franchises to ever exist and be very popular. So, like, how did it feel getting to be part of it, even though it's just one scene?
It was cool. Honestly, it was in Montreal, and I remember my agent called me, and I think they were just looking because it was such a quick filler thing, and Andrea Kenyon, who was casting the movie, or at least the Montreal part of it, because it's shot in Montreal, and she just called my agent. She's like, "Would Erica want to do this thing?" And then my agent was like, "Do you want to?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? If I'm free." And it was just over 2 days, and I got to be in Montreal and just like see my family. That's where I'm originally from. So it was
Nice.
nice. It was nice, and it was cool to be a part of such a machine that at that point it was what, their sixth, was it the sixth one, or anyway, like some,
Six one.
yes, it was the sixth one. So it's such a machine. You could tell that everybody was like, it's such a family, and everybody was so happy to be back together and create this thing together. So it was cool to just even get a glimpse at that.
Well, it's funny because speaking of Scream, I have a short film in the works. Well, actually, I have a feature film and a short film in the works, and the short film is a Christmas animated short film, and it's a parody of Scream, and it's
Oh
called
my
"It's a
god.
Screamful Life."
Oh my god, that's funny.
But I'll give you the short version. So it's Santa Claus, and he's getting ready to deliver gifts, and he's just going through last minute nine lice letters, and there's this letter, and it says, "Hello, Santa. What can I get the screenplay for Scream 7?" Yeah, not gonna happen.
Well, I can't wait for you to make it.
But anyhow, speaking of Christmas, you did a film called Mistletoe Time Machine, which when I hear the
Yeah.
word time machine, I just think hot tub time machine.
Oh
So
my
I'm just curious, like, what is Mistletoe Time Machine about?
So it's about these three women who were best friends in high school, and they were a part of a band together, and they had this big show, but then something went wrong, and they all kind of went their separate ways. And in their 30s, in their adult life, they're no longer friends. But then for some reason, they're all brought back together, and they take this like drink that sends them back in time. So now they have like their 30-year-old adult mind, but they're back in high school, and they're stuck in high school, and they get a second chance. Basically, it's kind of sweet. It's a second chance at righting the wrong and rekindling the friendship.
Awesome. I'll definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun one, and I met some of my closest friends on that show, so it's really cool.
From your description, it literally almost sounds like Hot Tub Time Machine, except there's no hot tub. It's just a magical drink.
Yeah, it is a magical drink. No hot tub.
Yeah, no Hot Tub Time Machine. And you did another Christmas movie called Saying Yes to Christmas. And what was the experience working on that one?
That one was really fun. That was 4 years ago now, and it was my first time leading a movie. Um, and it was really exciting, honestly, and everybody was so kind and so warm. It was such a good environment, and it was really cool because they were able to make it specifically like a Japanese American Christmas. after they casted me, and that I'm half Japanese, half French Canadian. So they made the movie specifically to a mixed family, and so there were elements of like Japanese traditions woven into the movie and into like the Christmas traditions. So it was definitely a different kind of Christmas movie from, the regular Christmas movies that we see. Like it's so popular now. It's a genre in and of its own. People love it. But it was really cool to be able to be a part of a Christmas movie that represented specifically a Japanese American household.
Mhm. That is really cool. And so, what part of Canada are you actually from?
So I'm originally from Montreal, but I live in Toronto right now. Yeah, where are you? Where are you based?
I am based in Columbus, Ohio,
Ohio. Okay,
yeah,
okay, cool.
which is actually 2 hours from Ontario, Canada, the Lake Erie part.
Oh,
I
okay.
am I'm really not that far from you. I mean, Toronto's farther out from us, but
Yeah.
I'm not far from the Lake Erie part of Ontario.
Okay, okay. Cool. Yeah, so right now Toronto is home for me. But I'm originally from Montreal.
Yeah. So we're neighbors.
Basically. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I do have to apologize for, I do apologize that you have to deal with the US's BS at the moment, which I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, eh? I just even seeing some of the we don't have to get into all of that, but like Trump's like 100% tariff thingy on movie productions. I know it's nothing official, but just seeing that, I think it kind of put a bit of a stressor in the industry, because that would really mess things up. Anyway, let's not talk about
No,
that.
no, no, no. Don't get me started with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Let's
I,
not get into all that today.
I say to my friends who want to talk about politics, I'm like, look, I don't mind talking about it with you, but I just can't talk about politics anymore. It's too depressing. If you want to joke about politics, that's fine. But like, I just can't talk about politics. It's very depressing.
Yeah, I think there's a time and place for it, but right now let's keep it fun.
Exactly. But me and my friends, we do joke about the president all the time. Like we tell nonstop jokes. I think the recent one we were joking about was where Elon brings his son to the office, and his father brings his son to work day, and his son is digging his nose, of course, because that's what a kid does at his age. He's digging his nose and he wipes on the president's desk, and then the you expect the president to clean the desk or have the housekeepers clean the desk, but no, he just replaces the desk with a new one.
Oh God.
And then the joke was that's why he's not releasing his taxes because he's cash poor.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
Even when he spends all that time eating McDonald's and Domino's pizza, he's just like, "This is real American food, folks. This is real." And we're like, "No, it's not."
Mm, yeah.
And then even when my friend Matthew Finley was on the podcast, I would even joke with him. I'm like, Matthew, you gotta help us, please.
Aw. Yeah.
Like, bring me to Canada. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I don't have a comment. I think it's a tough time, but it's
Yeah.
cool when we can make light of it, or spark some humor with it, I guess.
But yeah, have you met Luke and Matthew from Ghosting?
No, who? What's his name?
Luke Hutchie and Matthew Finland.
No, from sorry, I misheard you. From where?
It's from the show Ghosting. It's a CBC show.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't actually know them, but I have quite a few friends who are guests on it. And yeah, it looks. I think I just saw a little. I've never actually watched it, but I've seen a little clip
Oh,
on it.
you're missing out, man.
Is it scary? I'm such a scary cat. Like I'm such a scary cat. I can't watch horror films. Like any horror movie that I've been a part of, I've never watched them. Um, so I don't know if I will ever watch it, but maybe I'll check
It's
it out.
it's not even scary. It's just two guys being silly while investigating haunted houses, but they're
Isn't
hilarious.
it? Isn't it actually like? Isn't the premise that they actually visit haunted
Mhm.
houses, or is it a setup, or is it actually
They
like?
literally visit haunted houses and they bring a celebrity guest with them.
Yeah, that's so scary. Oh,
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad.
no, I'm telling you, like horror is just not my. But I mean, maybe I'll watch it just to like see some of the episodes or my friends are on. I might tune in. We'll see.
Jump scares don't bother me, but it's blood and gore that I can't watch because I will vomit.
Yeah. See, me it's the opposite. Like I feel like gore I can do. Like I don't mind a lot of blood, a lot of like but it's just, especially with things with like spirits or things that are remotely possible, I don't mess with that.
Yeah. I mean, the only horror franchise I could handle is Scream, because Scream didn't bother me. It was like the first one is always the best, hands down. Fifth one is it's no different from the first one, but then number six, it's well done because it's somewhere new. It's not in California. It's in New York City, and who knows what goes on in New York City. But that's what
How
made it entertaining.
how was it? I must confess that I haven't watched any of the Scream movies.
I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
It's okay. Honestly, I probably won't. It's not nothing to do against the movie. Like, I'm sure it's great, but I'm just too scared. I'm like, why? Why? Life is stressful enough. Why watch something that's going to stress you out?
Fair enough. I mean, it's not real, it's entertainment, but
Yeah.
still, some of the characters you do connect with, especially I won't go into full detail, but especially Devin Dakota's character. Like I have the character that she plays in the film, I do have a couple friends who remind me of her in real life. So
Oh,
and
cool.
it's funny because you don't get that way with movies very often. It's usually TV shows where you could really relate to characters, but I don't know what it was, but there was just something about her character in number six that really like relate with because it's probably because I have two friends that remind me of her in real life. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know her personally to begin with,
yeah.
but the character that she played in the film, I do have two friends who are basically that character in real life.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Maybe I will watch. We'll see.
Yes, and then I have that suspicious feeling one day that if those two ever met and they sat at the table together, who knows what could go wrong? Because one thing they all share in common is that they're very energetic, but in
Devin,
a good way, in a good way.
that's funny.
And so, what was the what was the idea that made you want to go into acting? What was the inspiration?
Actually, there was no intention of going into acting. My background is that I'm a dancer, and I was working as a dancer from quite a young age, and I always thought that was going to be my career. Like my big dream was touring the world with Janet Jackson. Like that was the thing that I was going to do. Um, but then there was this dance gig that happened in Toronto that I auditioned for, thinking it was a dance job, but it turned out to be a role, like an actual character on a series who is a dancer. So I kind of ended up on that show by accident. Like I auditioned for it and things, but I thought I was auditioning for a dancer role. So when they were like, "No, you're like a full-on character on this," I'm like, "You mean you want me to speak?" They're like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay." Um, so that was kind of my introduction to acting. So I was very fortunate that I got to learn on set, and yeah, that was my introduction. But after I shot that for, I think that season shot for 5 or 6 months, I was in love with it. I was like, okay, this is definitely what I want to do. And then from there, I went to theater school and did some other jobs, and yeah, and now this is what I do full time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what has been like during a movie that you've worked on, what has been the coolest part of working on a film, or what's been the like craziest part working on a film, like a member, like a lifelong memory that you'll remember?
Um, I don't know. I don't know like one memory in particular because there's so many, but I think my favorite part or the thing that's always the most memorable about these projects are the people that you meet, and it's not everybody because at the end of the day we're there to work, but there are some people with who you connect, and when you're sharing this like creative space of like making a thing together, there's a kind of bonding that comes from that. And yeah, so just like the friends that I've kept, like each project, I think I have one or two close friends that I've kept through the years, from each project that I've done. So that's always the most memorable part because I may not remember the entire shoot or how it went, but then I'll be like, oh my
Mhm.
God, remember when we met on this thing? That's how we met, right? And that's really special.
One of my friends who's helped me with this film, he actually recorded his voices not long ago, and it's the actor who voices Scooby-Doo in the live action Scooby-Doo movies that James Gunn directed. He like became my friend working on the film, and he's a great guy. His name is Neil Fanning.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
he is very, very funny. And I remember this one day because he's based out in Australia, and so I directed him over FaceTime, and when he was doing his voices, I remember there was this one day because there was a re-recording that we had to do because the original recording that was going over, there was a sound that messed it up, and so we had to go over and re-record again. And he came up with an idea, and that was we could try something else. We could try and stand in a different area, or we could try and put a towel over the camera and microphone, see if that worked. And oh my gosh, I remember when we put the towel over the camera, it looked wrong, but it was funny at the same time. We were just dying of laughter.
But those are so, I love those moments though, because you kind of just have to like figure out something spontaneously, or you just like,
Yeah.
give something a go. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but at least it's fun, if
Yeah.
you're both parties are on board.
hmm But it
Yeah.
was awesome. And what is the best advice that you would pass on to folks that want to go into acting, dancing, or just any type of
Uh,
work?
for anyone that wants to go into acting or dancing, for anyone that's considering going into it, I think the first advice I would give is like make sure you actually love it. Because I think we see all the glamorous part of the industry or all like the fun part, but in reality it is a really challenging industry, and it's a beautiful, and it's really fun, and it's amazing when it works, but it doesn't always work, and it's challenging. So I think before going into it, making sure that you absolutely love this. If you're like, "Ooh, I want to be rich and famous," like please don't, because you're gonna like wreck yourself. But yeah, I think just to check in and make sure you love it, and then if you do love it and then you choose to actually go into it, my advice would be to trust your intuition and trust that you know more than you think you do, and to remember how much you have to offer. Especially when you're beginning, it's so easy to put yourself, like make yourself small and be like, oh my gosh, these casting directors or these producers, they could give me jobs and then they have to like me, I have to give them what they want. And actually it's like you hold so much power by just having confidence in yourself, and
Mhm.
knowing that you have so much to offer. So that would be my main advice, to not lose that, to know you, like we all know so much more than we think we do. um yeah.
Well done. That
Thanks.
was perfect. Yeah, especially that one. That's always the key.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress, right? Because hierarchy
Mhm.
exists in this industry and in life, I guess. But yeah, remembering that always helps me.
Mhm. And we are coming down to the end of the interview, and we have two questions.
Okay.
We have a retro question. Is there any product from your childhood that you grew up with, or something you wish you had?
Any product?
Any product. It could be a film, it could be a video game, it could be a toy, it could be a snack, or
You
because
know
I mean,
what?
Pop-Tarts count as retro.
Those Game Boys.
Oh, I used to have one.
But like I had one of those and I played Super Mario on it, and I loved it. It's what are those? It's not the not. It was the one before, like the fancy one that opens like
Mhm.
this. It was like the
I
square-ish one. You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
exactly what you're talking about. And when you said Mario, it's fine. I played Mario when I had a Game Boy.
Oh my God, I loved it. I was obsessed. That's all I wanted to do. I would like sit on my couch and like play Mario. And my mom loved it too. So it's not even like she would scold me. She would just like play with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh, small world. But speaking of Mario, have you seen the newest Mario from 2 years ago?
No. Like a game?
No, it's a Mario movie.
What? There's a Mario movie?
Yeah, and Jack Black plays Bowser.
What? Wait,
You didn't know a Mario movie existed?
no, I feel like I'm being exposed right now. Wait, I need to Google this. A
Yeah.
movie? Oh yeah, 2023. Oh, Super Mario Bros. Oh, okay, yes, yes. This looks familiar. Okay, Netflix. No, I have not watched it, and I wasn't aware that this existed. I live under a rock, clearly.
Sometimes I do as well. You're not the only one.
Thank you, thank you.
But no, I did go to see Mario in the movie theater when it came out, but the animation is fantastic in that one. And it's done
Yeah.
by the same guys that did Despicable Me.
Oh, okay, cool, very cool. Yeah,
But
I
no,
have.
Jack Black plays Bowser in
Okay,
Mario.
I'm sure he crushes it.
Oh yeah, he did a great job as Bowser, and he even does a great job playing Steve in the Minecraft movie that came out not long ago.
Okay, I haven't watched that either.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will let you know, and this is just a fair warning, just to make sure you're safe, is that I don't know what the behavior is like in Canada, but in the US, behavior with movie theaters is out of control. Like it's bad, especially with the Minecraft movie.
What do you mean in what way?
Okay, so and excuse me for going into this topic,
No,
but
you're good.
remember 4 years ago when it was Trump's first 4 years and he sent his MAGA terrorists to the Capitol?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So if you remember how the MAGA terrorists behaved at the Capitol, well, imagine that, but it was Minecraft fans behaving at movie theaters during Minecraft showing, but that only happens in the evenings. So if you do go see the Minecraft movie, my advice would be go on a Tuesday morning, like very early in the morning, because like no one is in the theater.
Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah,
Wow,
because like
crazy.
fans will just go stupid nuts whenever Jack Black says, "I am Steve," or when he says chicken jockey, or when he does some kind of catchphrase. I mean, it's ridiculous. There is even one video where he says chicken jockey and everyone just goes nuts, and there's these two guys who are basically sorry.
You're good.
This one guy is riding another guy, and he actually brings a live chicken into a movie theater, like an actual real
Live chicken,
live
yeah.
chicken. I mean, it's
The
stupid.
world right now is just like bananas.
I know.
That's so ridiculous.
It is
Okay, well,
ridiculous.
I will be mindful if ever I'm in the States and I end up at the movies.
Yeah, just giving that warning out just to make sure everything's all right.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's like, please bring me to Canada. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that work will take me into the States, that's something I would love, but
Yeah,
I'll stay away from movie theaters for a bit.
with you on that. Okay, for the very last question, my mother always has good questions. She wants to know, do you have a favorite board game or a card game?
Favorite board game? Ooh, um, is it considered a board game? Is it? I love Taboo.
That counts.
Yeah, that's like my absolute favorite. There's this place. I don't know if you guys have this in the States. Maybe it's a Toronto thing, but we have this thing called Snakes and Lattes. Snakes and Lattes.
I've heard of that.
It's a place to just like play games and have lattes. Um,
Nice.
then there's like treats and stuff you can get, but it's basically like a whole game place. Like there are all the games you can imagine, and yeah, just remember, I love going there with my friends and playing Taboo. I get very competitive, so that's my favorite board game slash card game. It's kind of a in between.
Do you get very intense playing the game?
I get so intense. I'm so competitive. I take it very seriously. Like I take those things very seriously. Yeah.
Okay, I hope this isn't weird, but I kind of just want to play this game just to see how you go with it. I'm just really curious.
See how it goes. Well, we'll have to play at some point.
Yeah, we play this we play this board game called Ticket to Ride, and oh my God, my grandma gets really intense with playing that game.
Grandmas always get intense because they don't care. They just don't care. They've lived their life. They're like, I don't care. I'm not trying to look cool. I'm trying to win.
Yep, that's my grandma.
Love that.
Oh yeah, did you hear that Dua Lipa is going to be in Toronto?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so
Or
I mean, hey, you might see me in Toronto.
to go see Dua Lipa. Are you a
To
big
go
fan?
see, I love Dua Lipa.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
she's really cool. I've heard she puts on a really good show though.
Okay, cool.
I
Well,
mean, it's not a guarantee. I'm hoping to come to Toronto to go see it, but that all depends because fall is really tight for me this year.
right, right. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair. Toronto in the summertime is beautiful though. It's nice.
yeah. I've been to Vancouver.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the Ontario part of Canada, which is funny because I'm next door neighbors to Ontario.
Yeah, Vancouver's so much further.
Yeah, it's like why haven't I gone to Ontario yet? It's like, well, hopefully one day.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll come visit the CN Tower.
Yes, yes, yes.
Amazing.
Well, Erica, thank you for your time for this episode. It was great getting to meet you, and I wish you the best with your career.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Spotify, and follow us on Instagram. See you next week!